Salutations everyone, baseball season is upon us, but as far as all the other stuff goes, here is what mattered this week. Those of you might remember last week where I mentioned that Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Comet, both on different generations of consoles, will be completely different games and both released this year. We know that Unity is going to be in the French Revolution, but we had no details about what Comet might be. Well, a leak on GameSpot article said that Assassin's Creed Comet is going to be set in around the same time of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and that there will be naval battles and such, but you will not be playing as an assassin, but a Templar, a first for the series, a long-standing nemesis of the Assassin Brotherhood. So, very interesting that they're going this route, that they're having it on a separate console than the current gens. No word yet on PC, but, very different, unique way of approaching things. A lot of people love to criticize Ubisoft for making Assassin's Creed into a cash cow, and that they're making one every year, and now they're making two this year, although they tend to forget, the three PSP games that they've made. I mean, I don't really have a problem with this if it gives us a new dynamic, or, the same dynamics that we liked from Black Flag. I don't really see what the problem is. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan myself, so it'll be very interesting to see what comes of this and what this means for the franchise the more information we actually get. TU14 update for Minecraft on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 hit just a couple of days ago with a huge amount of stuff. This is the biggest update that I've seen probably since Creative Mode, although it has way more stuff than that. Creative Mode was just such a big deal. And this has all kinds of stuff. It's got the introduction of emeralds, as well as the currency, and then the new things that you can do with villagers. Carrot on a stick to guide your pig as you're riding it. All kinds of different new things, new items, in different types of walls and different blocks all together, as well as some fixes to some things that were kind of wonky on the 360 and PS3 that hadn't been plaguing the PC for a long time. One specifically that I'm thankful that they finally fixed is that when you put a full block on top of a half slab, there's no longer a space between the two, and it actually mends them together. That might sound weird, but all the things that I've built, I've always found that very, very frustrating. So, a lot of stuff. I will, of course, leave the description of everything in the updates in the doobly-doo below. In crazy, how much news? Facebook bought Oculus Rift for $2 billion. $2 billion. That is crazy for a small startup company that was started off as a $2.4 million Kickstarter project, and now it's a $2 billion thing that was just immediately bought out from Facebook before, it really had a chance to get off the ground. We only have, the new version of dev kits out right now. So a lot of people were like, why would Facebook buy Oculus Rift? It makes no sense. Are they going to ruin it? Blah, 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 blah. And there's been a lot of uproar and confusion about what this means, or, why Zuckerberg would do this. And Zuckerberg said himself that, he's a big fan of VR and, wants to be able to do what he can. There's been a lot of reassurance that Oculus Rift is going to stay what its goal has been, to make games. It's not going to be changed whatsoever now that it's owned by Facebook. It's going to keep to the plan. And obviously there's going to be some Facebook integrations, but not, the dubious googly stuff that, we've experienced in the past. Just whatever you want it to be. And along with that, Valve's top VR guy left Valve to work on Oculus after, just being really assured by the fact that Facebook bought Oculus Rift. And what he said in an interview was how good of a move this is, because with Facebook's capital and ability to, engineer at such a high level, that it's such a good thing for Oculus Rift, that they will get the engineering that they did, they will get the capital that they need, they will get all the infrastructure that is necessary to make Oculus Rift the best virtual reality experience as possible. We have two big trailers that hit this week. Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Teenage Turtles, or Ninja Alien Guys, whatever it's called. the one with Megan Fox. We saw the preview, and of course, everyone's all up in arms. Like they've been amping up for over a year to be angry about this. Of course, they're going to be angry. They've been prepared to be angry ever since they heard that Michael Bay was making this film. And Mutant Turtles has like a soft spot in many people's childhoods. But let's be honest, whatever the trailer was going to be, no matter who made it, everyone would have been pissed. It's like this is a type of constituency that cannot be pleased. These, fans, especially when it's been this big of a span between, live action adaptations, nothing would have pleased the fans. And of course, there's going to be some people that are like, oh, it looks pretty good, but most of those are preceded by until Megan Fox showed up, which is, whatever. This movie looks just like a run-of-the-mill, cash grab, and I don't think it's going to be very good. I think the reviews are going to be poor. I think some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it. It's going to sell some toys, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be what Teenage Mutant Turtles has always been. It's not going to change it. The Turtles have been completely obscured and minimized in every way, shape, or form that you can think of in any medium. And this is just going to be the next iteration of that. So I really don't see what the big fuss is about. I'm not going to see it, and you don't have to if you don't want to. The other big trailer that hit was the new Jupiter Ascending trailer, the first, full-length trailer after the teaser, which gives us a little bit more information about what the actual film is going to be about, who Mila Kunis' character is, as well as, Channing Tatum's role, as well as the universe this is kind of going to be able to take place. I was a little skeptical from, the actors in the film, mainly Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum, just because I don't think that they're strong actors, let alone leads. But the Wachowski siblings, I have a lot of faith in, and this film looks absolutely gorgeous, which they have been able to do for many, many, many years. I'm definitely excited to see this film. This trailer made me feel a little bit better about what is to come. It looks super duper action heavy, more so than any other Wachowski film, probably since the first Matrix, and it looks really beautiful. The action looks great, and I'm excited for it. I want to see more, and I'm obviously going to see the film. So if you guys want to check out the trailer, that will be in the links below as well. A teaser for Call of Duty Ghost Devastation DLC was dropped this week with a hint at the Predator being part of this new DLC, much like Mike Myers was just a glorified maniac juggernaut in the last Onslaught DLC. This looks like it's going to be the same thing, except with the Predator, except instead of being super fast like Mike Myers, you're cloaked. I don't know if it's going to be the same as a maniac juggernaut type of thing, or if it's a different score streak altogether, or a different take on another one. It just looks like another desperate attempt by Call of Duty to, grab some headlines and get some 80s nostalgia from a terrible film. So, what's going to be next? Leave in the comments below. Freddy Krueger, Chucky, Donatello. What other crappy 80s movie are they going to make a kill streak out of next? It seems really desperate to me. They're just, trying to grab at all the straws that they can to, get people excited about, a pretty mediocre Call of Duty shooter. We finally have some news about what April's releases for PlayStation Plus is going to be. No word on Microsoft Games for Gold. Those usually only come out, a couple hours before the actual day of the month. But as far as PlayStation Plus goes, they've released what they are going to be dropping for April. No word on the order yet, but we got 3 highly rated games on the PlayStation Vita for free, including Pixel Junk Monsters, as well as Stealth. And we have a brand new PlayStation 4 game, Mercenary Kings. It's an indie game, so that's going to be free, as well as Arkham City for the PlayStation 3. And speaking of Arkham series, Rocksteady announced that Arkham Knight is going to be their final Batman game. They've said that they've done everything that they can do, and there's nothing else that they need to prove. There's nothing else that they can do. They felt like the Batmobile was the last thing that they needed to do, which was, a very awesome addition, because out of the Batman games I played, which have been numerous, I'm talking dozens of Batman games, I can only name 2 off the top of my head that actually had a drivable Batmobile. The Batman movie game on the Super Nintendo, and Batman Begins on the PlayStation, and as well as others, I assume. PlayStation 2, that is. Which was like a Burnout style, which is actually pretty fun. But they said the Batmobile is very centric to the Arkham City, is how you get around to play the game. And it said that, all the things that they've done over the years, there's really not much more they can do, and they're just going to stop. And I think that's really appreciated. by the fans. They, WB and Rocksteady, they've all just like, we've done what we can do. Anything else would just be beating a dead horse. And as a gamer, I can definitely appreciate that. I'm a huge fan of the Arkham games, and I cannot wait for Arkham Knight. The first shots of the Arkham Knight, the villain in the game, have been released, and he looks pretty awesome. It's like Batman and Ultron and Red Hood kind of like amalgamated together. Looks really badass, looks really cool. No tell on, what kind of person is behind this mask. It's, like I said, it's a brand new character, so it's no one that we've seen before. Probably, who knows in this type of instance, but looks really cool, and I cannot wait to get my hands on Arkham Knight. It's nice to see that they're stopping when they know that there's just nothing left for them to do. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a comment below on any of the stories that I mentioned, and all of the links to those stories will be in the description below. Hope to see you guys next week. Every single Saturday I post up one of these puppies, and I will see you guys next time.